Khan. Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, the men whom I've learned the truth from. And I'd also like to say shalom and salutations to the brothers out there of the hopeful elect that are preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, so I'm the brother Shaquat from the branch of Great Millstone, Montreal. I'm back with another lesson. And this lesson that I'm going to be getting into is going to be somewhat of an impromptu, flowing in the spirit, of various topics style kind of lesson, right? And, it's going to be centered around a thought that I was meditating on, because I watched a YouTube video or a documentary, a short documentary, basically going to show or showing the gang life in Canada, specifically Toronto. And I forgot the guy that runs the channel, but I think it's Buckingham something, right? And he basically, what he does is goes into Jake neighborhoods and basically shows and talks about and documents the things that go on, documents their lifestyle and what goes on in the neighborhoods, right? And just displaying the degeneracy of Jake, and we're not supposed to be like that, right? That's not our standard of beauty, because that sort of lifestyle is glorified, in this world, man. It's something that's looked up to, something that's glorified, man. And looked up to not only by Jake, but even these other nations, right? But that's not our standard of beauty. That's not what basically makes us a people, man. What makes us a people is us serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Lamentations 4 and verse 1. It says, how is the gold become dim, right? And this is a parable, right? An allegory. And this gold that is referring to here is speaking about the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, the children of the Heavenly Father. And today they're known as the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're compared to gold because that's what they are. They're a jewel, a precious metal, right? But it says the gold has become dim. The gold has lost its allure, man. How is the most fine gold changed, and how have we changed and become dim? Is by being degenerate, by leaving off from the path that the Heavenly Father has set before us to walk. And that was what? Through keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and serving Him, right? But we've lost that. We've changed our ways, man. We've become dim. Through what? Through like the the example I'm going into, through living the way we live, man. Through living how degenerately. That's us changing, man, because we left our power. We left how we're supposed to be living. We're doing the nation, and when you look at them today, they're actually doing everything opposite to what the Lord told them to do. All right, they're murdering and killing one another, committing adulteries. Which that's something that the Lord didn't tell us to do, man. He told us to do the opposite, man. He says, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, man, thou shalt not bear false witness, and all these things. But Jake is doing those things, showing you that we have fallen off, and and us falling off made us dim, right? It says, how is the gold become dim, and how is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter, man? So we've fallen away to the point where we are esteemed as earthen pitchers, as vessels that are worthless. Because that documentary that the Buckingham guy or whatever his name is did, and showed how Jake lives. That's disgusting, man. That's dirty. That's not how we're supposed to live. That doesn't make us, right? Okay, let's see. Let's get this in the book of Hosea 1 and verse 10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power, Yahweh." Right? So there's going to come a point in time which we're in right now, this very moment, where, we're going to come back to the remembrance of who we are, and who our power is, and how we're supposed to live. Right? And all that's happening through the grace and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Us coming back to the remembrance of who we are, man. And our heritage and so on and so forth. Alright? So yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. I want to say, Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Racha Kudash. Double honors to my teachers once again, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect.